Many people believe that high-priced areas like Toorak, Kew and Brighton are more resilient to price drops because land is scarce and homeowners are financially strong. However, research by the RBA found that for every 1 percentage point increase in the cash rate, about 6 quarters later, house prices in high-end areas drop by an average of 3.5%, in mid-priced areas by 2.3%, but in low-priced areas they only fall by 0.9%. In other words, the decline in high-priced areas is about 3 times that of low-priced areas. So why is that? The first reason is that in high-priced areas, land makes up a larger proportion of property value. The value of buildings is relatively rigid, supported by labor and material costs, but land prices depend more on buyers' borrowing capacity and market expectations. Therefore, when interest rates fall, new purchasing power is more likely to flow into land prices, and when interest rates rise, land values are more easily squeezed. The second reason is the substitution effect. When interest rates are high, buyers who originally had a budget of 5 million may lower it to 4 million, and those with a budget of 1.5 million may drop to 1.2 million. As demand shifts downward, it actually provides more support for the lower-priced market. The third reason is that high-income buyers have more options. When interest rates rise, returns on deposits and bonds increase, so some people will temporarily hold cash and postpone buying a house because the returns on cash deposits are quite substantial. The transaction volume in the high-end market is already small, so if some buyers choose to wait and see, prices can easily become unstable. Therefore, blue-chip areas do not necessarily resist price drops in the short term. During an interest rate hike cycle, they may adjust more quickly and more deeply, but they could also offer better premium opportunities for long-term buyers. However, once the interest rate cycle turns downward and purchasing power and confidence recover, these high-priced areas, where land is scarce and which are sensitive to credit, are usually the first to rebound.